My name in Second Life is Scottius. I am both an artist and a tiny otter.
Ah, true child of the 70s, hmm? Well, Scott, whatever floats your boat.
Well, based on my avatar at Otter. In college, I got interested in the type of art called assemblage, which is basically making art out of found objects. Found, or they're at a thrift store or a garage sale. For one thing, I just like that it's already kind of worn in. When I discovered this virtual world in 2008, I started translating my real-life pieces using the basic Second Life building tools. Spheres, cubes, one of those rotation scripts. It would do all kinds of weird things, spin it this way, that, spin the whole piece. It dawned on me, I can do something a little extra with the piece that I created in real life. This art takes its own personality in Second Life. It builds upon the artwork in real life. My largest builds harken back to my illustration. That was the basis of my build mushroom. Instead of just applying textures, I decided I'll draw my own. The wallpaper, the flooring, ceiling. I decided it needs a ceiling fan too. Some would joke it's third life, you know. You step into yet another world within the world. The docks was another illustrative build, its own little universe, a swirling atmosphere around it, its own vegetation and life forms. There were at least 3 people who created their own stories, each with their own unique tale to tell. There was a short story, a poem, and someone else created a machinima from it.
While her son looks back at the lighthouse that isn't, they have become huge. They are a memory. They are a reminder of what isn't steady underneath.
Sometimes in art, there's this complete disconnect where there's art on the walls. Someone may come in, but they don't feel drawn to it in a personal or emotional way. By putting it in Second Life, it brings it directly to them. It becomes part of their world. Aesop's Fables started off as assemblage artwork. In addition, I created this book that's compiled of artwork and the fables themselves. I called it Assemblage. In Second Life, each of the pieces would have a little bit of animation in them. Carnival Discardia coincided with the East Austin studio tour. I converted my front room into a little gallery. There's the knife thrower act. It becomes the knife thrower who's becoming incapacitated. There's the sideshow characters. His lovely assistant. In Second Life, I created the Carnival Discardia Funhouse with Eupolenus, an artist from Paris, as well as a very talented scripter named Oberon Onmura. We were able to create this little boat, and I added some of these little undead kids. In the back seat, the avatars could hop in. It would eventually sink into the water below. Most people, when I tell them about Second Life, if they know about it at all, they had absolutely no idea about the creative component. If they see a video game environment, people automatically assume that everyone who goes in there is just kind of goofing off. By describing it to them, I think a lot of them are actually blown away. I think the internet and culture in general has freed us from these determiners of public taste. We don't have to rely on the upper echelon. This has gone right back in the hands of just regular people like you and I. Second Life is opposite of the perception that a lot of the public holds. It's not a place where lonely people go and ignore everyone. It sort of defies the rest of the digital world. It's not a competition. This isn't a race. To have this gathering that's always there, almost specifically as a meeting of minds and creativity, is quite unique. I don't see Second Life as a closed garden. Both worlds complement each other.